everybody, Deb here, Slap Happy Sewing, coming to you on a very cool winter's evening in New Zealand. I am dressed in multiple layers. This is a Love Notions La Belladonna top actually, and it was made out of scraps, and I have worn it a lot. It's been good. But it's made from rayon spandex, and this is kind of a different sort of material. In fact, I've got another top the same underneath. That's a Cashmerette Concord long sleeve t-shirt underneath. Look, multiple layers, as I say. Yeah, but I'm interested in rayon spandex, and I haven't bought much rayon spandex. I quite like its stretchiness, but this nightie, I don't know if you can see, that was a rayon spandex nightie. I didn't make it, it was a ready to wear one. And it's interesting how all the, I don't know if it's possible to see, but all the lycra has gone there. Made a rayon spandex dress and found that the weight of it was really stretching the top, and I think that's what's happening in that nightie. So yeah, jury's out on rayon spandex. Do you use it for dresses or longer things? I'm sort of the opinion this is probably the longest length I should make anything in rayon spandex. Okay, on with the show. Right, so what have I been doing? I have finished the Metroblazer, and I'll cut through to that in a minute. I have also cut out a couple of things. I have been kind of slow. This is my last week of working full-time. I have cut out another one of these chalk and notch fringe dresses. Well, it was going to be a chalk and notch fringe top. I thought I'll make the top one, and I had a look in my stash to see what I have. And I love this fabric. Well, I thought, oh, it's chiffon, but actually it's not, I don't think. I think it's kind of crepe. I haven't tried it in my machine yet, but I'm hopeful that it will sew up okay. It's got a lovely drape to it, and I love the colour. I was thinking, well, if I make a top out of this, I can wear it with, you know, leggings and or trousers and a jumper for the winter, and then maybe without for the summer. But when I went to cut it out, I realized I had like 3.1 meters of this stuff, and I thought, well, you know, it's stupid to have all that material and not actually make a dress. So that's what I did. I cut it to dress length. This one is going to have the buttons down the front though, and as I say, it's going, and oh, and I made the hem of the dress, instead of being sort of the wavy hem, I make it a straight hem, so it truly could be worn as a dress. Because, you know, when I look at it, it's nowhere near as thin as I thought it was. I think it's fine to wear as a dress. I might need a slip, I don't know. But it's not as thin as I thought it was. So, yeah, quite excited about having a dress there. Now, feeling better about wearing dresses too, and have worn dresses once or twice. And that is because of these. Hang on a sec. I had heard in the sewing community people talking about snag tights and that they were very comfortable. One of my problems with wearing dresses has always been tights. And so I went online and ordered a few pairs of snag tights. I ordered size F, which was some sort of a mixture between my height and my size, I think. Then there's these ones. Look at that. Weird old mile ones. They've got wonderful colours and everything. I'm not affiliated in any way at all with them. Bought a pair of merino ones for warmth. Haven't worn them yet, but I have worn one pair of them, and they were extremely comfortable, just as reported, and I think they will revolutionise my ability to wear dresses in the winter. So I'm getting excited now about making a few more dresses, and therefore have decided that will be the first one. What else? Yes, another thing I have cut out, which is good for me because I'm bad at cutting things out. Envigado vest from Itch to Stitch, and would be completely the kind of thing that I like to wear and find quite difficult to buy, because if you look here, it's quite fitted. It's an outdoor garment, quite fitted. I have never done anything with hardware on it. I've got some some things I bought in a charity shop I'm going to have to try out and see if they work. If not, maybe I'll have to buy a new sort of tool or something. But anyway, I thought I'm going to push myself and cut one out and see how the fit is and how it goes. I'll make a sort of a mock-up one. So I used this fabric because I had about the right amount of fabric to make one with the hood. So that's like a kind of a very fine needle cord in a teal colour. And then for the lining of the hood and all, I'm going to use that. Now that is a little bit stretchy, but actually when I looked at them both, they're actually both a little bit stretchy. That's got a tiny bit of lycra in it. And this is a little bit stretchy as well, not as much as you might think for jersey. So hopefully they'll work well together. That itch to stitch vest does have it does have a cup, cup sizes, and it has a DD cup. So hopefully I'm going to make the size 20. I've cut out the size 20 with the DD cup. And if I have to sort of cut the shoulders back and all, I will. But you know, for the first go, I thought I would make one full size. Having said that, I didn't lengthen the pattern, and I only literally just got all the pieces out of 2.1 meters. And in fact, I had to cut the band that goes around the centre. I had to cut it in 3 pieces, but I don't think it will matter because it's all be gathered up anyway. Yes, another thing I was thinking about. You know, I realise I'm probably terribly out of step with you all because you're all in summer, but I was thinking about what patterns do I own? I mean, I own a lot of patterns, like ridiculous amount of patterns, particularly digital ones that I've bought cheaply. But there are some there that I've actually gone as far as printing out. And what could I put on my maybe list of plans for the winter? Plans in inverted commas, because I don't like to push myself. I only can sew at the rate I can sew if I'm either in the mood or not. I'm not desperately in need of clothes, so you know, this is should be all about pleasure, and I should not push myself. However, I have thought to myself, there is this Whistler jumper, and I probably in my stash do have some jersey I could make, a kind of knit jersey that I could make it from. And there is also a couple of Cashmerette patterns that I've bought and I haven't made yet. One of them is the Harrison blouse, and that really should be, you know, I kind of feel like, okay, well, I've bought this blouse. I think I'm a little bit like, oh, is it going to be hard? I don't want to do anything hard. I like simple patterns, but probably it isn't going to be that hard. One thing I really think would help my wardrobe a lot is to have some proper blouses that fit me. It's a garment I love, can never buy because of the problem with having a big bust, blah blah blah. So if I could make a well-fitting few blouses, that would be great. But I was in a charity shop the other day, as I am, and I did find this little pattern for 50 cents, which is also a blouse pattern, but it's possibly it's a very simple blouse. It's very quite loose and floaty. So for the very fine fabric that I've got, I might look at that one. Otherwise it will be the Cashmerette Harrison. And I have also got the Cashmerette Rivermont dress, which I haven't made yet, and the Love Notions Olympia dress, which I haven't made yet, and I would consider them both possibly to be winter dresses, so maybe have a think about that. This is the Rad Patterns Luca jacket. I looked in my cupboard and realised that even though it's winter, I have not worn this. Actually, I've got two blooming hoods going on here. I haven't worn it, and the reason I haven't worn it is because of this great big, it's a bit on the big side, but really that shouldn't be a problem if you're wearing it with jumpers. But the thing I realised that's stopping me from wearing it is that I don't actually like the fact that it's double-breasted. So I'm sort of thinking, should I cut this down? Probably wouldn't be too hard to do, and make it into a single-breasted jacket. You know what would really make it more wearable would be to line it, because it's not as warm as I thought it might be. And although you can wear it with a jumper, a lining would help a lot. So yeah, thinking about that one. And this one This is also the Rad Patterns Luca, but made actually in woven, and I have made this one single breasted. Same thing though, I like this jacket, but I am not wearing it because it is a bit long, and I think if it was actually a jacket rather than a coat, I would wear it. The vibe is fine, it's a bit on the big side, but yeah, I think let's turn it into a jacket and see what happens. So those are alterations to make. And I don't know why I went so far. I don't know why I bought this in the first place, because it's too small for me. Same thing as my Envigado black vest. I do like little vests and things, and I ended up sort of taking the side seam and thought I could put a little bit in the side seam because it's a bit tight and blah blah blah. But that's kind of been unpicked so far and has gone nowhere. Probably wouldn't take that much time to fix. Anyway, watch this space. Oh yes, I should show you the Metra jacket. Okay, so I'm going to just play that now and yeah, see what you think. Right, this is the Cashmerette Metroblazer that I was making. I'm happy with the way it's come out. It's a boucle material. I'll just show you it up close. Very, very nice. I love things with texture, as you know. On the downside, I made the same size as last time, which was XL at the shoulders and 2XL for the rest. Although it was fairly big, I thought I need it big because I want to be able to wear it with the jumper as I'm wearing today. However, I ended up, it might be that the fabric's sort of more stretchy, I'm not really sure, but I ended up being way too big at the shoulders. I actually had to cut it back at the shoulders by about 1 inch, and the side seams I took in by about ½ an inch each side. So yeah, it has to be the fabric because I didn't have that problem with the last one. I'm not sure whether it's supposed to just match up like that, but mine will actually fold over. You could ostensibly have a button, but I wouldn't dare try and put a buttonhole in this fabric. Yeah, very happy with it. The only problem was I lengthened the pattern by 1.5 inches this time. I still sort of felt it could have been a bit longer. So to get the length, I made it a much smaller hem. And then I had trouble getting that hem to lie flat. It was sort of splaying out. In fact, you might be able to see it slightly doing it still. I stopped it from splaying out by steam ironing the heck out of it. But yeah, I think sometimes when I'm sewing, I get to be sort of too fussy about fine details, and I think I need to wear it and see if that bothers me or not, because you know, objectively, when I look at a lot of my clothes, they've got small faults and problems which don't bother me. That's ready to wear clothes because I didn't make them. Anyway, so this is the Metroblazer. Very happy with it. Love the place it sits between being a jacket and a cardigan. This one is sort of very much in the middle of the two. Works really well for my lifestyle and my work because my work is kind of fairly casual. Yeah, A1. That's me for today. Hope you're all doing well. I am seeing lots of lovely pictures going on in the summer. What is on your cutting table right now or sewing table right now? Are you making like garments for hot summer weather, or do you still make cardigans and jumpers, or am I really, really out of step with you? Anyway, talk to you next week. Let me know about your projects in the comments. Talk to you next week. See you soon.